Hey ho, my name is Joe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some of my favorite all-time books. Hello there, my name is Joe and I am Fight Me Like a Girl, where I do everything bookish and polycystic ovarian syndrome related. I am so happy you are here. If you are returning, well, welcome back. So please forgive my appearance today. It is like 1,000 degrees today. Well, maybe not that hot, but it's like 90 degrees outside, and with the humidity it feels like it's 102 or even higher. So I am like already sweating off my makeup, my hair is frizzy. It's a fun time, and that's why I'm wearing a tank top, because wearing an actual shirt, it's just not plausible right now. Anyway, so let's go ahead and dive into some of my favorite all-time books. I'm doing this in a 5-part series just because there is a lot of books. I have at least 30 books on my list, so we're gonna go, actually no, okay. Yeah, okay, I have at least 30 books on my list, but actually, now that I think about it, I want to do this in a 3-part series, so we're talking about my top 10 books. So we're going to start from 30 and work our way down to, what number we were, okay, we're starting from 30 and we're going to work our way down to 20. So that's this video, and then the next videos coming later on. We'll work from 20 to 10 and then 10 to 1. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started, because even 10 books, that's a lot to talk about. So let's do it. Alright, and number 30 on my list might be a little bit of a surprise to you, but that is Erebos by Ursula Ponanski. If you guys are not familiar with this story, so this story actually, you follow a guy named Nick who is kind of like in his junior or senior year of high school, and he gets this copy of a game called Erebos. And basically, the game knows you. Like, this game sucks you in. It knows when you're lying. It knows, like, it only lets you play once. Once you're dead in the game, it's done. It's over. Goodbye. Have a nice life. This book is definitely my number 30 pick, because I wouldn't say, okay, yeah, I have to say it's one of my all-time favorite books. But could I see myself reading again? Of course. Absolutely. I want to read again. If you guys hear a whooshing sound, I had to go get a fan. Like, I am like dying in here. Anyway, moving on. So this book, yes, I can definitely see myself reading it again, and I really want to. Plus, you know, floppy paperback. This is number 30 on my list because I wouldn't say it's, you know, I don't know how I want to word that. My brain is like, I'm on like hot brain. Like, it's just hot out. Anyway, so number 30 on my list is Erebos by Ursula Ponanski. I know I'm totally saying that name wrong. Alright, moving on to number 29 on my list. That is marked by PC Cast and Kirsten Cast. Not the whole entire series, just marked. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to a first book in a series, it usually becomes one of my all-time favorites. I mean, there's a lot of series, or a lot of books that are going to be in this whole thing that are just first books of a series. But anyway, so this one, you actually follow Zoe, and she becomes marked by the goddess of the night, Nyx. Okay. I've got like hot brain. My mind just won't let me think. Okay. So you follow Zoe Redbird, who becomes marked by the goddess Nyx and has to go to the House of Night, where she becomes a vampire, and that's vampire spelled with a Y, not an I. And I love that concept because it makes it kind of a little bit more formal, and it's just wonderful. I love it. But yeah, she then learns that she is special when it comes to just herself in general, because she gets these special powers that no fledgling, is what they're called, should be even have. So it's definitely just one of those that you could just read over and over and over again, and I absolutely love it. Number 28 on my list is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now, this book is a very hard-hitting book. If you have never read this book, I will say that there is trigger warnings for rape and whatnot. It's kind of like The Girl Cried Wolf type of deal, The Boy Cried Wolf kind of deal. That's basically what this is about. So this kind of takes place in the South in the 1930s, I think. I don't remember. I definitely should read this again because it's been a while. I want to say it takes place in the 1930s. Or maybe it's the 60s because it was written in the 1960s. I don't remember. But either way, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite books. I've read it over and over again, and I need to read it again at some point soon. But it's definitely just one of those you can get lost in and, you know, be happy that you've read it. I mean, that's been my personal opinion, though. Alright, number 27 is on my list, is one of my all-time favorite authors, and that is Unraveled by Alyson Noel. This one you follow multiple personalities. This one you follow multiple characters who are basically trying to make their world or life in Hollywood. You have one who's trying to be a journalist, one who's an actress, you've got one who is trying to become the next big thing for clubs and everything. There's a lot going on in this, and then it's kind of like raveled into like a murder and like a mystery on like why somebody went missing, and it's everything becomes unraveled and everything is just like comes together so perfectly. And yes, I definitely could see myself reading this again. Definitely a good beach read if you are looking for a great beach read, actually. So here it is. Alright, number 26 on my list is Everlost by Neal Shusterman. This is one of my all-time favorite books because this follows a couple of kids who get into a car accident and they get put into this world called Everlost. And Everlost is just one of those that everything and anything is there and it's not there, and it's just the world of Everlost that Neal Shusterman created is just mind-blowing and impeccable and just crazy and just, I mean, 9/11, the Twin Towers are even in here. Like, that blew my mind. Like, the way he wrote that was like, like, I don't know, like, I want to get more of this series. I haven't finished this series, but I really want to. Considering that this is on my all-time 30 books, I need to finish this series because it's amazing. Alright, the next one that is on my list at number 25, that is The Art of Racing the Rain by Garth Stein. I adore this book. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it lately, but I just connected with the dog in this book so much, and just to watch it from a dog's perspective for his owner, it was just adorable, and I loved the idea and the concept of this. I haven't seen the movie, but I really want to. But this is just absolutely adorable, and I would recommend this to anybody who's just looking for a quick little read because this is not very long, but, you know, we're here. Alright, number 24 on my list is James and the Giant Peach by Dahl. This is one of my all-time favorite books just because it's a very quick and easy read, and it also, it's fun to see the complete transformation and the journey that they take with this peach. And if you are not familiar with James and the Giant Peach, you follow James, who is living with his aunts. He doesn't have his best life, and when all of a sudden he gets these magic beans that just completely transform his life and his world completely, and he goes on great crazy adventures. So definitely a book worth checking out. Alright, number 24 on my list is Out of the Dust by Karen Heiss. This one you follow a girl named Bobby Joe, and this is set during the Great Depression, and it's written in verse form, so it's a very quick read. And this girl unfortunately ends up losing her mom, and she's trying to repair the relationship with her father. Oh, I forgot to mention too, she loses her mom and her baby brother, and she's trying to build a relationship with her father, who they had a really weird relationship before she lost her mom. But it is written in verse form, so this actually took me one whole entire day to read, and every time I do read it, it takes me like one day. So definitely one of my all-time favorites. I will read this time and time again. Alright, and number 22 on my list is The Wolves of Winter by Tryell Johnson. I feel like I don't talk about this book enough on my channel, to be honest with you. This book is really good. So the best way I can explain this book, take 2020, okay, pandemic 2020, and set it like fast forward into the future. So we're talking like maybe like 2050, I think they actually say the date that they're in. I don't remember if they say the date that they're in. Either way, so take 2020, okay, and then combine it with a zombie apocalypse, okay, hear me out, but take out the zombie part of it, okay? So it's kind of like, the best way I can explain it is, I mean, just that, 2020 with a zombie apocalypse, but take away the zombies. So you're kind of like, well, there was this pandemic that went on, okay? So it was kind of like COVID-19, like the pandemic, and it killed a lot of people. And now we are kind of like stuck in like a complete and total wasteland, but it's not a wasteland, it's a winter wonderland. So everything is just covered in snow. There's nothing but snow everywhere. It's kind of like a 2020 meets an ice age, I guess the best way I could put it. It's hard to explain, but if you haven't checked out this book, I would highly recommend it. I mean, definitely it's not going to be for everyone, because it is very slow moving, but it is really good, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who is just looking for a quick and easy read to curl up on the couch with. This is it. Alright, number 21 on my list is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. So this book is definitely one of those that it's very hard-hitting. It is told by a perspective of a girl who's dead, and she's watching her family move on without her. And the way she got killed is she was raped and she was murdered by somebody they trusted. It was their neighbor. And you know, she's basically trying to drop clues to her family, like, you know, this is what happened, this is who killed me, you know, because she's dead. So she's watching her family move on without them in her life, or her in their life. There we go. But absolutely heart-wrenching, and one of those I will definitely read time and time again. The movie sucked, by the way. You should just read skip the movie and read the book. Alright, number 20 on my list, which I'm actually surprised that this made my list, but, you know, we're here for it. That is Follow Your Arrow by Jessica Verdi. So this is a YA, and this is about a girl who ends up breaking up with her girlfriend and is basically trying to rediscover who she is, because they have been together forever. Like, this girl breaks up with her, and now she's trying to figure out who she is. She ends up falling for a boy, and she ends up coming out as bisexual. And I definitely think if you're looking for that last minute book to read during Pride Month, this is it. If you're looking for just a book to read, just a quick read, this is it. This is just absolutely awesome and absolutely amazing. So I would highly recommend this book to you. Okay. So there we go. There is 30 through 20 of my all-time favorites list. If you made it this far in this video, I hope you will hit subscribe so you don't miss the second 2 parts that is coming to this 3-part series, because I don't want to have these drag on forever. So if you made it this far in this video, please hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. And I hope that you will also check out all the links that I leave down below for you, as well as every book I mentioned is always listed down below, so you can go check them out for yourself. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and whenever you are watching this, and I will see you in my next video.